Hello everybody, I'm back with another video, and this video is gonna be about how to actually finish this year accomplishing your 2026 goals. And I'm definitely gonna help you on that, and I'm gonna give you my best advices to actually finish this year with all of your goals accomplished, or at least to the majority of them, the most we can do. So let's get the video started, and I would like to start with my first advice, which will actually, it might come as a surprise, but my first advice is don't try to get everything done this year. And this is actually my first advice. You don't need to get everything done this year, and by that I mean only pick a few things. Really, I'm begging you, only pick a few things, because what happens most of the times is that people are very motivated during New Year's, and that's great. I love that. But what usually happens is that people make an enormous list of what they want to get done this year, and that might actually, I believe, you're setting yourself up for failure when you do that, because I'm I'm not asking you to think inside of the box. I always want people to think outside of the box, but you know, it's best to be able to focus on a few things than to not being able to focus on anything because you're trying to do too much. You know, um I say this because most of the times I think it's the number one mistake when setting goals, especially in New Year's, is that you make a list of everything you want, and you want to do just too much at the same time. And you're a human being. You have other things to do, you have other responsibilities. You need to rest, you need to shower, you need to eat, um, and you definitely need to sleep. So there's so many other things that you really need to do on your day, on during the week, that you might be forgetting about that. And also, it's to your best interest to not be trying to accomplish these goals on a restless mind and a restless body. You know, you are a human being, you have other stuff to do, but more than that, even if you tell me, well, that's not a problem for me, I understand. It's still best for you to be able to focus on a few things, to be able to focus on those things instead of having your energy and concentration scattered on all of these things and not getting any of them accomplished. It's best for you. If you ask me, this is my advice. This is my video on my advices. You don't need to follow them, but I would really encourage you to try them on, because I guarantee you it's gonna help you really accomplish your goals by the end of this year. So I would really encourage you, focus on a few things. Don't try to get everything done. You can, your list, I'm not saying to not accomplish those things, the rest of them. You can accomplish those, but I'm trying to say this year, focus on a few things. You don't need to get everything done this year. I wish for you a happy, healthy, long life where you'll be able to accomplish the rest of the things in your list. For now, I would really like you to pick the most important things, dedicate yourself to that. That's really the thing. Aside from the fact that you're a human being and you have other things to do and you need to rest, and you need to work with your body, not against your body and not against your mind, in order to accomplish these things. Aside from that, it's a lot better if you can really dedicate yourself to a few things that are very important for you this year, to be actually able to dedicate your time, your energy, your effort on those things, to really get them done properly, not to try to do 100 things and you get none of them done, and you barely dedicate properly to any of them because you're trying to do too much. Dedicate yourself to a few things. Focus on those things. Focus on those things, on a few things. And I know my accent's slipping out because I have an accent, but you know, I like my accent. But I hope you understand me when I'm trying to say focus on those things, on a few things, and dedicate yourself on those instead of trying to do everything and accomplishing nothing by the end of the year. That's my first advice. It's not about doing more, it's about being more mindful of what you do. It's not about trying to do everything, it's about what you're doing and really being able to dedicate yourself to those goals. So, that is my first advice. And my second advice is a little bit correlated and my come as a surprise too. Um, Hopefully, it'll be something that you'll consider. This comes from a book, Atomic Habits. You might have heard of it, and it also comes from a Japanese method that I have heard a lot. Um, I have I've heard a lot of talk about this method, and they're a little bit of the same. They're correlated. It talks about starting small. I know you want to get everything done, and now you want to do it every day and dedicate a lot of time and a lot of effort on it. My advice is to start small. Don't go from 0 to 100. If your goal is to exercise this year and you've never exercised in your life, and or you have but you have never stayed consistent, don't try to go from 0 to 100. Build a habit. To build a habit, you need to start small because you've never done it in your life. You've never been consistent on this. It's best to start small. This advice is on how to stay consistent, how to actually get it done, how to be disciplined. Start small. Start a habit by starting small. I don't want you to go from 0 to 100 because what happens most of the times too is that somebody sets themselves a goal, for instance, like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. So now they've never been to the gym, they've never stepped in a gym before, but now they want to go 5 times a week, 2 hours, 3 hours a day. What's gonna happen is that you're not gonna be able to keep up with all of that because you have other things to do. It's harder to fit it into your schedule and fit it into the rest of your life, the other things that you want to do to be able to stay consistent. It's harder for you to build a habit if you are going from 0 to 100. What this book and this method says, it actually, the Japanese method talks about how if you want to start reading, you should you should start with 1 page every day. Be, that and it might sound weird, but it actually works because it's so much easier to start when you know it's not gonna be 2 hours reading. No, it's gonna be 1 page a day. It's easier to start consistent, but also to build a habit. You don't have to only read a page your entire life. You can increment later, but for now, I really want you to focus on building the habit. Start small. Be honest. You might have never done that which you're trying to do right now, and now you want to do it 2 hours a day every single day. It's just, once again, you're setting yourself up for failure. It's too hard on your mind, on your body, on to start a habit like that. You should start small. And also, because it's not about how much you do, it's about staying consistent. It's not about how many hours you're in the gym, it's about going the next week. It's not about how many days you go to the gym, it's about staying consistent and going the next week and the next one and the next one. You really don't need that much to get things done, to accomplish things. Actually, it's harder when you're trying to, for instance, study 2 3 hours instead of really concentrating and being mindful and studying for 1 hour, half an hour every day. Really, this advice, what I'm trying to tell you is, once again, don't rush into trying to do so much. It's all about consistency. It's not about how much you do for each goal, it's about being consistent. And the thing about being consistent is to start small. That way it's gonna be easier for you to start. It's gonna be a lot easier for you to motivate yourself to start that task, because you know you're starting small. You know you're building the habit. And yes, you can increment later. But really, you don't need that much. You don't need that many days in the gym. You don't need that many pages a day. You can start small. It's really, the important thing is to build a habit. It's not about how much you do. It's not about how much time you put into it. It's not about how much energy you're trying to put in onto that task. It's about staying consistent. It's not about how much, it's not about quantity. It's about consistency. So that is my second advice to it's once again, it's about consistency, not about quantity. So my third advice is a little bit more like to have fun. And it also might be a surprise, but have fun. I think there's a very toxic perspective on discipline and goals on the internet about how you need to stop seeing your friends and never watch a movie every now and then and not go out and not go to the theaters. I think it's a very toxic perspective. You can have fun. You can go to the theaters. You can watch a movie. You can see your friends. You can hang out with your family. You can have fun. Fun is it's actually beneficial to your goals to stay motivated. You need rest. You need leisure time. There's a very toxic perspective on the internet about how you have to stop having fun and just be productive. You are not your goals. You are not how productive you are. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to rest. You need rest. You need fun. How do you want your body and your mind to be, concentrated and happy and motivated to do your goals if you think you have to be allergic to fun? It's okay to have fun. I highly encourage it because your body and your brain needs it. It's like a reward. You come to this life to be happy, not just to be productive, not just to accomplish goals. And really, it's okay to have fun. It's beneficial to your goals because you're more motivated, because it adds happiness. You come to this life to be happy, not just to be productive and full and accomplish goals. Happiness will help you, and fun will help you. It's okay to rest. It's okay to have fun. In fact, it's necessary to have fun. And in this advice, I will also advise you, if you want to add fun to those goals, that's great. Add something. You're gonna go to the gym, take your, have a playlist ready for it. If it motivates you, if you want to read more, maybe have a cup of tea or a cup of something you like, a cup of coffee, something you enjoy that makes your time more enjoyable. But most importantly, enjoy it really. Like, your life doesn't need to be production and productivity. Add something that you enjoy to those goals and have fun outside of those goals, and rest. That is super important. And those are really my three advices. I really hope they help you, and I want you to accomplish those goals. Like, you see, these goals are not about doing more, it's actually about doing less of what you don't need. And in this case, it's don't overschedule yourself, don't overdo yourself. Focus. It's more important than overscheduling yourself. And then consistency is a lot more important than how much you do and the quantity of amount of time and energy you're putting in. Consistency is more important than how much you do. And lastly, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to rest. You don't have to be doing everything all the time. It's okay to rest. It's okay to have fun. It's necessary, in fact. So these are my advices, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it so much easier for you. And I guarantee you, you're gonna accomplish these goals by the end of the year if you actually follow these advices, because I think they're key. They're key for anything you want to do, because I see people trying to do too much and trying to, you know, it's not about how much, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. This is what the video is about. So I really encourage you to follow this advice. I know it's worked on me. I know I'm seeing results on the goals that I had for myself, and I started before New Year's and I'm already seeing them. So I really hope you take into consideration, because they will really help you. So once again, before I finish the video, it's not about overscheduling yourself. It's not about how many things you do. It's about focusing on the important things, being able to dedicate yourself to a few things. It's not about how much you do, it's about consistency. And have fun. Enjoy it. You need rest, you need fun. It's necessary. And I was gonna give you an advice on working out and eating better, because everything counts. Everything counts. You know, what you eat and working out and rest, you know, sleeping and resting. Everything counts. But I'm pretty sure most of you have those are your goals. That's why I didn't say it as a different advice. But I wish you the best, and I guarantee you, you got this, and you will be able to accomplish these goals. If you want to follow my advice or not, but I think they will really help you. So I wish you the best of lucks, and hope to see you all accomplishing your goals by the end of this year.